All right, everybody, morning. Thank you very much for being here for this morning's pre-match press conference for Jamaica against Honduras at the National Stadium. We're joined here by head coach of the Reggae Boys, Coach Hamer Halgrimson, and of course, right back Yvonne Gray. Before we open the floor for questions, Coach, just a few opening remarks from you. Preparation, how has it been leading into the Honduras encounter for tomorrow?
Yeah, first of all, welcome to this press conference. We're happy to be here. It's my first official home match since I took over, and for many of the players, it's their first game in Jamaica. So a lot of things to look forward to. Can we turn down the air condition? We're competing with the sound here. No, just preparation has gone according to what we could have. We're still getting in the players last minute. Not an ideal thing, but we've done the best out of the situation, so pretty okay. Few days, of course, the traveling takes out one preparation day from us. So yeah, we've had 2 good training session days with meetings, but we are getting in the last players in now. So not an ideal preparation, but we have done the best we could. So maybe from the squad, like maybe 2 changes from the original one. Dexter Lambequiza got a knock and a bone bruise, so he cannot train, and we thought it would be better to leave him in recovery in England, and Javain, of course, the obvious choice to replace him, was called in, came in a flash, so really good. And Michael Antonio has some personal issues that he needs to solve, unavoidable. He wants to come, and still a possibility he will come for the second game against Haiti. So we're just taking it day by day again. Yeah, we just received Ronaldo Sifas today, and Timari Gray came in yesterday. Both of them were doing transfers to new clubs. So again, September window closing is a tough time for football players and national teams. So we are happy that they have new clubs. We're happy they will get playing time. It's good for Jamaica. So, and we are happy that they were willing to come, even though it's a lot of in stake for them. Yeah, so that's kind of the preparation. We left out for this training Andre Blake, the captain. He was feeling a flu symptom, so we left him in the hotel, called him Kemar Foster for the training, and we just take that again, just a day by day. So when you see Kemar on the training and not Blake, is just more like a precaution. So yeah, that was maybe the preparation. The opponents, strong opponents, ranked number 1 and number 3 in our group. We are squeezed in between them. A physical team. If we focus on Honduras, a physical team, good possession team. We watch their matches in the Gold Cup. We analyze them in the Gold Cup, so we know their players, their capabilities, their strengths. And now they change coaches, so Ronaldo Rueda is a known, experienced coach, has played a lot of games versus Jamaica, so he knows what to expect. He knows the players from the past, and we'll see. From what we have analyzed them in the past, some changes will of course happen. So we think we are prepared for what is coming, but we will have to take it and see what changes he will throw and do against us.
Thank you very much, Coach. Before we invite the media for questions, Tavon, just how has it been for you? First time call-up for you for the national team, being in the camp the past few days. What's it been like for you in camp?
It's been good. It's good to be around new faces and new people, getting to know different players. It's always a joy there. Yeah, everything has been good. The vibe has been good around the group. Honestly, just ready to play, ready to get after it, to be honest.
All right, thanks very much, Tavon. Now we'll open the floor for questions. We do ask that it's 2 per question because, as we know, we're on a bit of a time crunch for training that is at 11. So Rashid, you may go ahead.
Coach Rashid Patrick, the Observer. it's been a couple months since the World Cup, but yeah, you mentioned that Honduras kind of knows how Jamaica sets up. Does that in any way affect how you prepare for them? Do you change things tactically a little bit to face them? And are you changing things based on what you saw at the World Cup that you thought maybe that more work?
Yeah, it's more like what we need, but of course it needs to match what they represent. So we were in general more happy, like I said on the regional press conference before when the camp was announced or the squad was announced. We talked about a couple of things that we need to improve from the Gold Cup going forward, and we've touched on that. Playing against Honduras especially, we need to put some emphasis on some details, both defending but mostly attacking, I would say. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but we will tweak some things from the Gold Cup that both we need to improve, plus we expect will be effective against them.
I want to ask about Demar Gray as well. Move to Saudi Arabia. What do you think this means for him taking that different league that some may see as a step down from the intensity of the Premier League?
Yeah, we'll have to see. Now, I know the Saudi league quite well, and it's the most intense league in Asia. So probably before all of this happened, it was the strongest league in Asia. In terms to intensity, I know that very few people know that league, but it's really intensive. It's aggressive and it's very intensive. And I know some of these players will struggle to play there, both because of the heat, the atmosphere is good, and there's a big pressure on all of these players. All the sheikhs from all the clubs expect to win the league, so it's a big pressure on all of these players going there. So I think in terms of intensity, it's a good league. For us, it's playing time is the most important, so he will play a lot of matches. And we will have to see how the league will grow, how it will adapt to all these new names. Knowing all the best players available are now playing in Saudi, probably it's one of the better leagues and can be one of the better leagues in the world, because the facilities are there, the infrastructure is there, the money is there, and the players are there now. So we just have to see what kind of a league it will be.
Thanks very much, Rashid. MG?
Good morning. Oyini Blake, Dre Edward Sports social media channel. One question for Coach, one question for the debutant. Coach, can you tell us, having observed Trevor over the past couple of days, what's your assessment of him, his style, how does he fit in with the two right backs who have been part of the core, Jermaine and Dexter?
Well, he's a little bit different from them in terms to his talking to you. He's really good on the ball, so he's slick in passing, in build-up. He's a good passing player. Probably can play midfield if you think about that. 1v1, he is really good. That is what I'm looking at when I look at my defenders. A really good 1v1 player. But yeah, he is young, so he has got a lot of years ahead of him for Jamaica, and we are really happy that he chose to play for Jamaica. Most of all, if you see him and meet him or see videos or YouTubes, this guy is always smiling, so he gives a good vibe into the squad, and that's not less important than what he produces and gives you on the pitch. So just in few details what I see in him.
And the question to Trevor, you were a part of the US under-17 setup. Can you share with the fans of Jamaica just a little bit about what was the reason or what went behind your decision to switch allegiance to the Reggae Boys at the senior level?
I think I had one call up from USA to like a camp, and I had got hurt probably like a week prior, and after that there was never really no contact, no reach out. So honestly, Jamaica reached out to me and I took the opportunity. I think it was pretty straightforward. And at the senior team level, like why would I not? Why would I not go? I think I made my family proud and myself. Give my sons the opportunity to show my talent to the world, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Thank you very much. Anyone next? Yes.
Very good time from Vita. Coach, the last 5 games Jamaica has played against Honduras, we've won 4, drawn 1. How much do you read into past results playing at Antigua?
Absolutely nothing. The past will not give us any advantage, and the past will not give us either any disadvantages. So it's now and it's tomorrow is the time. And yeah, I got the statistics. I know we have advantage at home, but we can also look at the coach. The coach from his national teams play in Jamaica. He has advantage. So you can find everything in statistics, but it's tomorrow is the only thing we need to prepare and be ready on match day. That's the only thing.
Any follow-up? All right. Jeff, you good?
Coach Javon Williams, 1863. At the start of your term here, you spoke about the talent pool and how top heavy goes in terms of attackers in comparison to defenders. With the addition of Taylor and Dexter, etc., how close do you think you are to having a perfect defensive pool right now?
First of all, nothing will ever be perfect, so we will always be looking out for improving things. That's number one. We are really happy with the additions in the squad. I think in the Gold Cup, we saw the additions helped us a lot, so we will be on the lookout for new players. And for example, Dish, Lats, Tavon, young players. So for the future of Jamaica national team, it's positive. So we are in the lookout to build not only for what this camp or this tournament or the World Cup in 2026. We're just building for the future. So, and what I can say is that a lot of players have called us, both that don't have a pass, but also past players. They want to be a part of this, and I feel a genuine positivity around the men's national team, and I'm happy because we must be doing something right, and I hope we can show that in performances. That's the most important, that we can show it on the pitch tomorrow.
Yes, go ahead, Rush.
Russian Smith from this other sports TV. Coach, you mentioned in the past that this project will take time and the results will come in the end. If you were supposed to put the project on a scale, a 100% scale, how far along do you think you are right now, and how long will it take to ultimately get to 100%?
It's a guessing game, some number, I don't know, maybe 60-70%. But we want to do it correctly, not jump too far ahead and then need to jump back. We are building on something. We don't want to do too many things at the same time. Just we've said before, we want to start with being solid from back to front, and then it always takes more time to do the attacking game when you only have 2-3 sessions. So it's more important to be solid at the back, and most of all balanced when you are attacking, so you're not like punished when you lose the ball. So that's something that we are working on more than the attacking game. That will come later.
All right, follow. You also mentioned that you want a fluid team that can change depending on the opponent and depending on the game. What are some of the core characteristics that we can look forward to say, a Reggae Boys team, this is how we play, these are some things that we can look forward to from the team? For example, we saw a high press in the goal. What are some of those?
Do and be successful at this level, at the national team level, against the best teams, you need to have discipline. You need to have focus and discipline on the pitch. That's number one. You need to be hardworking. So that's kind of 3 identities that all teams at this level need to have to be successful. I think the characteristics of Jamaicans are a speed and individual talent. So I would say the counter-attacking threat that we have should always be there. I don't mind if we press high or drop low. This speed, this individual talent, Again, repeat the question then.
No, I was
Where do
saying-
I think we are at?
No, you.
No.
No, I was asking about your experience here. In the 1 year you've been here, what have you gathered from the football, what you played, what you've seen played here, and the culture being a part of it?
Well, it's still a lot of things that we need to change for these players to play better. Meaning, these players come from an environment that we have difficulty in producing for the national team in so many ways. In so many ways. If we take, for example, the stadium, none of the players that we are selecting today are training or playing in a surface like this. So my question to those in charge would be, is this a home court advantage or not? Because none of them have seen it. We don't even have a chance to train on it properly, so we don't know the grass. And when we step onto it, it's an unfamiliar territory. So there's a lot of things that other nations are doing really much, much better and at a higher level than us. And that's us to try to push that to a higher level so we can actually use the strength of the players that we are selecting. Difficult for me to explain it in some different way, but we need to push the level for the JFF and for the national team and the national stadium and everything up to a higher level so actually they can show their best for Jamaica. And that is kind of my job, to try to push. And we're still far away from where we want to be, and we need to be, to expose our talent.
Coach, are you saying in essence that based on what you're seeing on the surface, the team itself has been given basket to carry water?
I'm not saying that. It is what it is, and we're not going to cry about the surface. I'm just saying, I don't understand the priority. I don't understand the priority when it happens. I think we did a good steps in the goal because we spent a lot of time together. For example, this camp, we have 2 training sessions and a game.
All right, so we can accommodate one more question. Go ahead, Jeff. Training is shortly. Go ahead, Jeff.
Dave, 21-year-old starting your national senior team journey. What's the mindset going in?
Mindset, help my team win. Pretty straightforward. Do whatever it takes for the team. Yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Training will be at 11 a.m. at the Stadium East Field, and we look forward to see you all. Just a reminder, the first 15 minutes will be open to everyone of the training session. So we'll see you over at Stadium East.
Sitting next to me. More like just sitting.